Mike Bohn joined now by Nassourdine Imavov, who headlines UFC Saudi Arabia February 1st against Israel Adesanya. Nassourdine, this is a massive fight in your career. Just tell me how you're feeling a few days out now.
Énorme fight dans ta carrière. Comment tu te sens à quelques jours du combat?
Comment est-ce que je me sens? Perfect. Très très bien. La préparation s'est bien passée. Tout se passe bien. Je suis prêt. Que ce soit mentalement, physiquement. Top.
I feel perfect. Mentally, I'm very well. Physically, I'm feeling perfectly well too. So, perfect. Just wait for the fight. So, énorme combat. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui voulaient te voir faire ce combat. Quelle a été ta réaction quand on t'a annoncé ce combat?
J'étais très heureux, très très heureux. C'est un combat dont on parlait avec... C'est un combat duquel on parle depuis un petit moment, depuis longtemps, depuis que je suis rentré à l'UFC. On me pose la question par rapport à Israël. Et puis moi-même, j'ai toujours voulu l'affronter. Et, le moment est venu. Et on était très heureux avec ma team.
Huge fight. I was so happy when they announced the fight. That's the fight I've been looking for since I went to the UFC. Very Israel Adesanya is a legend. So happy to fight against him.
Were you surprised he took the fight though, right? Because he just fought for the belt, and you could make the argument he doesn't have anything to prove left, right? So I guess what does it show you about him that at this stage of his career he's willing to fight a guy like yourself?
Est-ce que tu étais surpris t'étais surpris qu'il accepte ce combat? Et qu'est-ce que ça te dit de lui, tu vois, parce que il aurait pu ne pas accepter le combat par rapport à sa position, et là il accepte le combat.
Franchement, c'est très respectable. C'est très respectable parce que il peut refuser, il peut faire que des money fight, comme on dit. Mais non, ça se voit qu'il a encore ce truc-là, comment on dit,
la faim.
Il a toujours la dalle. Il a toujours la dalle et il sait qu'il n'est pas fini. Et on pense qu'il n'est pas fini du tout. Il sera là très motivé, très déterminé. Et c'est ça qu'on veut.
Yeah, it's a very respectable decision because, he didn't have to take the fight, but it tells a lot about his mentality, the fact that he's ready to fight against anyone, and he's not done, he's not finished. He's going to be focused, he's going to be hungry, he's going to be the best Israel Adesanya we've seen in years, and that's why we want to fight against him.
Are you already in Saudi Arabia, or when do you head there?
Est-ce que tu es déjà en Arabie Saoudite, et quand est-ce que tu es arrivé?
Je suis sur place, ouais. Il y a 2 jours et je m'acclimate, je me sens bien et je visite la ville.
Yeah, I've been in Saudi Arabia for 2 days. Just getting acclimated to the place. Went here with my sparring partner, so we have the whole training camp that we can keep doing here, and we are with the team. Good, feeling.
What did you think of Israel's performance against Dricus du Plessis back in August?
Qu'est-ce que tu as pensé de sa perf contre DDP?
Sa performance contre DDP, dommage. Il était sur une bonne lancée. Je le voyais gagner ce combat. Il était bien jusqu'au 4e round où il prend ce mauvais coup. C'est dommage. Mais c'est ce combat-là montre qu'il est toujours pas fini.
Yeah, that's the fight that shows he's not done yet. I mean, he was doing very well during the fight. I mean, he got knocked down in the 4th and then got submitted, but he was doing very well until that point.
Yeah, for sure. And coming off your performance against Brendan Allen, I mean, that was a great one for you. I know he's made I guess you could call them a lot of excuses since the fight, but for you, what did that do for your confidence and being able to snap a guy's winning streak who is having a lot of momentum coming into that fight?
Ouais, il dit, quand on pense à la performance contre Brendan Allen, depuis, a priori, ce qu'il dit, c'est qu'il a trouvé beaucoup d'excuses sur sa défaite. Mais voilà, c'est une victoire qui, pour toi, a prouvé encore une fois de plus quel était ton niveau.
Contre Brendan, c'est lui qui a trouvé des excuses.
Ouais, a priori, il a trouvé plein d'excuses. J'ai pas entendu.
J'avais pas vu, non. J'avais pas vu. Demande-lui, ouais. Okay.
What type of excuses did he find after the fight? What did he say?
I mean, he did an interview with one of my colleagues a few weeks ago, and he was saying a lot about, how he had bad travel, and then the commission, took blood from him right around the weigh-ins, and just a lot of stuff kind of involving that.
tu sais, la FLD qui est passée, etc., juste après sa pesée, et il dit que les conditions de voyage n'étaient pas optimales.
Ouais, franchement, il devrait garder ça pour lui. Tu sais, chaque combattant a des difficultés pendant la préparation. Il y a des grosses blessures. Comme moi, j'étais pas. Aucun combattant arrive au combat à 100%, tu vois. Et donc, je pense qu'il devrait plus prouver avec ses points qu'avec les paroles. Donc voilà. Et ce qui concerne le AFLD, tout ça, il prend des gars au hasard. Moi, mon premier combat à l'UFC Paris, c'est moi que j'ai été contrôlé, pas mon adversaire.
I think he should have kept it for himself. I mean, every fighter is coming to a fight with injuries, bruises, and a lot of problems. That's the way the fighters they fight. We never like disclose those things. We just fight, and you keep quiet and you prove during the fight with your fists. That's how you're supposed to do. And regarding the anti-doping strategy of taking the blood before just after the weigh-in. That's something that happened to me during my first UFC Paris. My opponent didn't get tested. Happened to Benoit Saint-Denis, same thing. So, it's just random testing. It could have been me. It has been him. I mean, that's the way it is.
Definitely fair. What do you think this fight means with Israel, I guess, for the middleweight division, right? Like this month of February is massive. The week after is a title fight. There's some big fights in Seattle a few weeks later, too. I spoke to Dana White at the press conference on Saturday, and he said Khamzat Chimaev is probably going to be next for the title shot, but doesn't seem like it's confirmed. So do you feel if there's the right type of win here, you can maybe change the UFC's mind and fight the Strickland versus Duplessis winner? What are you thinking here going in if you get the performance you want?
Comment tu penses que ce combat, quelle importance il a en fait dans la catégorie des 84 kilos? Et surtout, tu vois, lui, il a posé la question la semaine dernière à la presse conférence, il a posé la question à Dana White, est-ce que Khamzat va avoir le prochain title shot? Dana White, il a répondu que probablement c'était lui, parce qu'ils disent tous, mais en fait, il a dit probablement, donc il n'y a rien de sûr. Est-ce que tu penses que ta performance, ça peut influencer et faire en sorte que tu es le prochain title fight?
Bien sûr, il y a. Après, ça dépend de la performance aussi, mais il y a plein de points à prendre en compte. C'est que je suis toujours actif. Ça va faire mon quatrième combat en seulement 1 an. 2 top 5, 2 top 10. Je refuse pas les combats, je combats tout le temps. Et je sais qu'ils aiment beaucoup ça, l'UFC. Ils aiment énormément. Donc ça peut changer, bien sûr.
Of course, I mean, depending on the performance, I can get the next title shot. It can be Khamzat. The fact that I went for 4 fights in 1 year, 2 top 5, 2 top 10, that's something very significant. I mean, the UFC likes a lot when someone like me, I'm never refusing any fight. And that's something the UFC likes a lot. So we'll see what happens. For right now, I'm focusing on my next fight, and we'll see after that.
Who do you think wins the fight between Strickland and Duplessis coming up? We just saw Sean Strickland this morning saying, "If you're a man, you'll stand and fight with me and trade punches."
Tu peux répondre en anglais si tu veux. Qui tu penses qu'il va gagner entre Strickland et DDP? Et il dit, Strickland a dit que si tu étais un homme, reste debout avec moi pour qu'on boxe.
Oh, en anglais, oula, ça va être compliqué.
Non, tu peux dire juste pour.
Comment je pense?
I think.
Okay. I think we'll win Strickland. Mais je vais le faire en français.
Yeah. I think Strickland's gonna win the fight.
Mais pour tout ce qui reste debout, c'est du MMA.
Yeah.
C'est du MMA, dans ce cas-là, va en kickboxing.
And the fact that he's proposing to stay up ground, to stay striking, it's MMA. So you don't decide the rules. If you want to do only striking, go to kickboxing.
Yeah. A little bit of English there, Nassourdine. I love it. Last thing I wanted to ask before I let you go here. Another thing that happened at UFC 311 is Islam Makhachev was saying that he would be open to moving all the way up from 155 to 185 if the UFC offered that. What do you think of this? I mean, it feels very far off right now, but do you look at a guy like that and be like, middleweight is way too much? Or do you think he's so good, maybe he could actually hang in this division?
Il pose la question de Islam Makhachev qui a dit qu'il était capable de monter jusqu'en 84 kilos si jamais l'UFC lui proposait. Il te demande ton opinion là-dessus.
C'est une bonne chose. C'est une bonne chose. Il montre que c'est un combattant. Il montre que c'est un champion. Peu importe la catégorie, si on lui propose le combat, il accepte. Et je pense qu'on a tous un peu ce mental-là. Si on l'a pas, il faut qu'on l'a. Donc, c'est une bonne chose.
I think that's something very good. He proves once himself that he's a fighter first. I mean, any weight class is willing to fight against the opposition. And I feel like a fighter, if he doesn't have that mentality that I'm ready to fight against anybody, he shouldn't be a fighter.
Agreed. And just last thing before I let you go, how do you win this fight against Israel Adesanya? What's like kind of your perfect way of winning?
Quelle est la meilleure façon pour toi de gagner contre Israël Adesanya?
By a finish.
By a finish.
Love it. All right, Nassourdine, appreciate the time, man. Appreciate you for translating as well. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your prep out there and can't wait for this fight. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.